Christmas bells ring ring, swinging my shopping bag, singing.
Guys, and welcome to today's video. Those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Maria, and today I'm going to go through all my mascaras that I've collected from the beginning of this year. Now there's a lot that I'm not using anymore because I really don't like keeping a mascara more than about 3 months old. So there's a few here that I will repurchase, and there's others that haven't worked for me. Now keep in mind that mascara can be quite a personal thing. I am 52 years old. I have really oily skin, so that also means that I have really oily lids, and there are quite a lot of mascaras that can transfer on me quite easily. So what I look for in a mascara is one that I can layer, because I like doing 2 or 3 layers on my lashes because I don't have the longest of lashes. They're not that short either. They're just fine, but if I can get 2 or 3 layers in, then usually I can get some really good volume. And the other 2 important things in a mascara is that it doesn't flake and that it doesn't transfer, and I end up with panda eyes. So let's start. I've just got a big pile in front of me. I've grabbed the ones out of the drawer that I'm currently using, and the ones that I was going to do in an empties video, but I've pulled them all out of the empties box and thought I would just do one video on the mascaras. So the first one I've got in front of me is the Tarte one. It's Lights Camera Splashes, and I won't be repurchasing this one again. What happened was I got a sample of this to begin with, and it wasn't the waterproof one, and I really loved it. And then when I decided to purchase the full size, I got it in waterproof, and from memory I think it was just a bit chunky and tended to clump. It's been a long time now since I used it, but I do think that's the reason that I'm not going to use that one anymore. Another one that I'm not going to repurchase, and I hardly used it, and it was the Benefit Roller Lash. Now I know there are a lot of other beauty YouTubers that love this. I gave this a go. I gave it at least 3 goes, if not about 4 or 5, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I think it was because I couldn't layer it. I found that it dried down really quickly, so I won't be repurchasing that one again. The next mascara is from Bite Beauty, and this is the Upswing Mascara. This is a really lovely mascara. You can layer it, and it does, to a certain degree, push up your lashes, and it is really, really beautiful. It doesn't transfer. The only thing with this mascara is the brush on it, and it is really big, and I can be quite clumsy with mascara, and I do end up with bits of it around here, but really it's not a big deal. I just let it dry and then I just wipe it away. So this is a mascara I would buy again. So when there's a sale next at Sephora, I will put this in my cart and repurchase it. The next mascara is by Urban Decay, and I haven't repurchased this, but I would in the future. This is the Lash Freak one, and this has a really unusual wand, and I know there are a lot of people that didn't really like it, but I did. I found I could layer really well with this mascara, and it didn't transfer either. So this is another one that I would repurchase. I also have the Pat McGrath Labs one. This is the Dark Star Mascara. I've only used this about 5 times, and I won't repurchase this again. I found that this mascara was quite dry. I found it clumpy when it went on my lashes, and it also transferred throughout the day. So I've seen a few different people using this on other videos, and people either tend to really love it or it is a firm pass for them, and this is definitely a firm pass for me, and I won't be repurchasing this. And next is a NARS mascara. It's the Climax Extreme one. This mascara gives fantastic volume on my lashes. The only thing with it, well, there's 2 things. One, again, it has quite a big brush, so if I'm not really careful I can end up with bits around my eyes, but like I said, that's not a big deal. I just let it dry and wipe it away later. I love it that you can layer it. I love the volume it gives. The only thing is that this does tend to transfer a little bit. It's not major, but it does transfer a tiny bit. So I do have a lot of other mascaras that I really love, so I probably won't repurchase this one again. Next is the Lancome. It's the Lash Idol. I don't know whether there was much wrong with this, but I didn't really reach for it very much. I'll show you the wand. It has a really good wand, good size for me. I'm able to layer it. There weren't any issues with layering it, and I don't think it transferred. I just don't think it was that great at adding volume to my lashes, and because I have at least 3 mascaras that I really love that do give me the volume, this isn't one that I would probably repurchase again. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like a fantastic mascara, so it would be a pass for me. The next mascara is a Charlotte Tilbury one. It is the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes. It comes in this packaging. I love this mascara and I have purchased a backup. There's a lot of people that don't like this mascara, but what I tend to do first, I love layering lashes, so I use the flat part first and go right from the root up, and then I do a second and third layer using the bristles on each side. This is a great mascara. I think it gives great lift, it gives volume, and it doesn't transfer throughout the day. A really good mascara. And the next mascara that I have repurchased a backup of, and this is the by Terry Lash Expert Twist Brush. This is a great mascara. This has 2 different wands in it, and you twist the top. So there's one end, I'll pull that out first, and it has a longer brush, and I use this one first, and this brush does the lengthening, and then you just twist the top again around and you pull out the brush and it is shorter, and that adds volume. This is a fantastic mascara, probably because you're supposed to layer it with the 2 different brushes, which I really love, and I find that this doesn't transfer throughout the day and it doesn't flake. A really beautiful mascara. And then we have another Lancome one. This is the Monsieur Big. I had seen this quite a few months ago, and I had seen a couple of videos where people just raved about it, so I thought I would pick it up. This mascara is okay. It's just okay. It doesn't make me think, oh wow, my lashes look really good, but there was nothing particularly bad about it either. So for me, this is just an average mascara and one that I wouldn't repurchase again. Next is a MAC mascara, and I hadn't purchased a MAC mascara for a long time. And this is called the Extreme Dimension one. This is the packaging that it comes in, and I really like this mascara. Again, I can layer it and it gives beautiful volume, and it is one that I would repurchase again. This came in a kit with an eyeshadow palette that I bought. So it's probably something I wouldn't have purchased, but luckily enough, it did come in the kit and I really like it. So yes, I would purchase this one again. And next is the mascara by Very Valentino. This was when all their makeup came out and I tried their eyeshadow and their blush and their lipsticks. This mascara for me is just average. I don't think it clumps. I think you can layer it from memory, but again, it wasn't one where I thought, oh, this makes my lashes look really good. It was okay. I don't think it transferred throughout the day, but again, just a really average mascara and one that I didn't reach for, so I won't be repurchasing this one in the future. Next is the Wayne Goss mascara. This is the waterproof mascara. This one does give volume, and I also find it wears really well during the day. I can layer it, and it is a really lovely mascara. So when I've used this one up, this is one that I would repurchase. This is a fairly new release. It's only been out a few months. That is the brush. It's only quite small, but I prefer the smaller brushes. As I said, when I have the bigger brushes, I can tend to be a little bit clumsy. And overall, this is just a really lovely mascara. Next is Fenty Beauty Mascara, and this is the full frontal. This is a really lovely mascara and one that I would repurchase again. I really love the brush on this mascara, and again, I can find that I can layer it. I think that this adds really lovely volume and it doesn't transfer or flake throughout the day. So this is one that I would repurchase. Now the next mascara for me, I've used 3 or 4 times. The first 2 times I hated it, so I gave it 2 more chances and I still don't like it. And this is the one by Rare Beauty. And the reason I don't like it is that I don't find I can layer it. It just dries down too quick. And I think it goes on a bit clumpy, and I thought, well, it's a new mascara, I'll use it 3 or 4 times and see if it gets any better, and it didn't. So this one was a fail for me. Next is a newer find for me, although it's not a new mascara, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2. I love this mascara. This mascara gives great volume. You can also layer it, and it doesn't transfer throughout the day. I will be buying a backup of this when this has come to its 3 months use. Really, really beautiful mascara. Next is the Sisley So Stretch. This is purely a lengthening mascara. It gives a little bit of volume, but it gives really beautiful length. You can feel it when you're putting it on. It gives that slight tug, and you can feel it lengthening the lashes. It separates the lashes beautifully. There is no clumping, and this doesn't transfer throughout the day. So I'll show you the brush on it. It is quite long, but also quite thin, and I find this really easy to manage. A really lovely mascara. I haven't tried the Sisley So Volume 1 yet, so I want to give that a try. I'll probably purchase it next year and see what I think of it. But if it's as good as this one, then it's going to be really, really lovely. And next is one of my favorite mascaras, because I've mentioned it quite a few times in my videos. This has really come to the end of its time. I use it so much that it had started to dry out. And this is the Chanel Le Volume. There is just something about this mascara that I prefer over really any of the others. I've got lots of others, like the by Terry, and there's a couple of others I'll show you in a minute that I do really love and I wear quite a lot. But this is the one that I reach for. It gives really beautiful volume. You can layer it, and there never seems to be any type of clumping. It doesn't transfer throughout the day. This is definitely one of my favorites. I do have a sample one of this in my drawer, which I'll probably use up, and then the next order I do when I buy another Chanel product, I will be ordering one of these. A really, really beautiful mascara and worth the money. Next is a newer mascara. It's from Kale Weiss, and it's the I'm Possible mascara. This is refillable. This is really lovely too. This gives beautiful volume. This also layers beautifully, and it doesn't transfer throughout the day. The packaging is just stunning, and it's also refillable. A really beautiful mascara. Next is the Burberry mascara. This is the Ultimate Lift one. This is really, really good, and I would repurchase this again. This is the brush that it has. This also is a mascara that gives really good volume. It also tends to give, because of the shape of the brush, tends to get a little bit of a lift to the lashes. And once again, the things I look for, it doesn't flake and it doesn't transfer throughout the day. A really beautiful mascara. And last but not least is the Chantecaille Longest Lash Mascara. This is coming toward the end of the 3 months I've had it. I really like this mascara. It gives really beautiful volume, it layers beautifully, and it doesn't transfer throughout the day. This is a mascara that I would repurchase again. It is really, really lovely. So that's the 20 plus mascaras that I had in my collection. It's going to be interesting to see what new mascaras are released next year, but there are definitely probably about half a dozen mascaras here that I will keep repurchasing because I just love them. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Ring ring the Christmas bells, ring ring.